check this out. Okay, so we might have her trapped in that little peninsula over there. I'm going to enter the water, try and cut her off. Oh, this is good, good, good. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with some more Unreal World. And today I got the name of the game correct. So we are continuing our series here with Canute the Destroyer. Here he is in all his glory. He's actually a pretty skilled individual. If we look down at his combat skills at the bottom, oh yeah, you can see a lot of green here. Now, we're not very proficient with the club, the flail, or the crossbow, but he can handle just about any other weapons. I'm actually kind of excited to see what we can do with some swords. I've never really played with a sword character in this game, believe it or not, but I usually just go for like axes, because that's something you kind of always carry with you. You know, you at least always have a hand axe on you, but the lore and crafting skills aren't as important, but hide working is going to help us get our feet off the ground initially, you know, so to speak, because in other words, we'll be able to accumulate enough wealth and food and furs to hire a mercenary army and go and attack the Njerpez. That's the goal for the series, so we've got a lot of work still ahead of us. Now, first things first, let's check on the meat situation. We've got like 6 piles of pig meat here, bunch of it coming along, some smoked pig, that sounds delicious. But the nearest batch is coming up in 7 days, so essentially we've got to stick around this area for at least 7 days. Once that's done, we're going to take that pile of meat, we're going to do some exploring of the region. We'll probably start off just exploring this area here. I want to open up the rest of the Remi culture and learn where all their villages are. That makes it so much easier once we start recruiting people for our battles. But let's go ahead and head out into the wild, see if we can't do a little hunting today. All right, good morning, everybody. I took a little rest here in the shelter, and we are down in the hunting grounds, kind of to the south of where we do our smoking. It's a convenient little area, and there were plenty of pigs here, so I'm hoping that there's going to be some other big game around. That is kind of what I'm looking for. Right now, there's a bird on the map right next to us, but I'm not interested in birds at the moment. We're just going to buy any arrows that we need, so I don't even need their feathers at this point, but we're on the hunt. I'm officially out of food, so we don't have anything to eat, but of course we got, you know, about a week to go before we'll get that smoked meat. So I am trying to hang around the area, so if we do kill something, it's not, you know, I'm not halfway across the map, you know, so I can come right back to the same spot, smoke the meat. You could essentially smoke your meat in any of the villages and spread them all around, but you know, it's going to be a little bit confusing to remember where everything's at unless you get real diligent about marking stuff. But I'm just going to keep it all in one location, stick to the same area. I like that the best. And, oh, I just saw a bear. Oh, that's an elk. I thought it was a bear at first. Okay, this is a good target for our first hunt today. So it's not in a perfect spot. There's still a little bit of forest right around here. We're definitely in the open though, and of course it's raining, so visibility for you guys is probably a little bit low. My character though has great eyesight, so I'm not even worried about it. Now his speed's a little low, but that's okay. We're going to deal with it. So let's encounter this magnificent creature. He's being slippery. There we go. Alright, now unfortunately I'm going to take the shot, but I will zoom out after that. When you're hunting, I highly recommend you get used to playing fully zoomed out. You know, if you're just hanging around the camp crafting or cooking, zoom in as much as you want, but you need full visibility. You need your maximum visibility range when you're tracking animals. But here we go. For this shot, the animal's close enough. We can see it. Nailed it. What do we do? It's suffering a minor puncture in the foreleg. Yeah, we've got this short bow at the moment, but that's just not a very, very powerful weapon. You know, we need a long bow. But nonetheless, injuring the animal is definitely going to help us hunt. So I'm going to, there it goes. So we've lost the view of it on the edge of the map. Now, essentially, the rule here is go to the location where you last saw it, and then just follow the tracks from there. So we'll head over to here, and I am sprinting at the moment, but I'm also keeping an eye on my endurance. There it is. Okay, so he's right there. Let me go ahead real quick. I'm going to wield another arrow, and I think... Now he sees me. I tried to go into stealth mode, maybe get a little closer, but I'm going to take another shot at him. Nope, missed him. Let's go again. I've only got 4 arrows here. Oh, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. There's some interesting looking mushrooms directly ahead. I'm pretty sure these are the psychedelic mushrooms. I don't remember what they're called now. I always forget because it's a strange name. Televari's Gift or something? Anyway, let's stay focused on the elk. So I don't really need to hit this animal again with an arrow to kill it. I just need to wear it out. So I'm going to pursue it. Oh, good. There's one of my arrows. 2 of them. Yay. We can recover our arrows here, hopefully. But I can't lose the tracks. There he is. Okay. I might have to leave that other arrow to the south behind for now. Maybe I can real quick. This won't take any time if I jump out to the map. So I'm going to put arrow right at this location. Just leave a little marker right there. Boom. We can come back and find that sucker. Alright, let's get to the pursuit. There he goes. He's sprinting. Okay, this is about the location where I saw him last. Following the tracks. Every time it loads, you're essentially entering another map tile. Alright, okay, they went through this tree and I've lost him now. Oh, I see it. There it is. Okay, now another thing I'm going to point out right now is that you see the elevation change here in the land? This is bad. This indicates that there's going to be trees right here. I guarantee you there's a tree line with a forest at this location. And it looks like he's headed right for it. There's the tree line. I see his tracks. I don't see him yet, though. Him or her. It's actually female. Wait, where does track? Yep, there it is. Okay, going right into the forest. Oh, no. That's okay. That's just how it goes. And it's not necessarily over with this animal. I can kind of skirt the forest here, just check and see maybe it popped out at a different spot farther down. Or another good strategy is to zoom back out, go back to the world map, move down 1 square, you know, and then look around for it. Sometimes that gives it enough time to like leave the area. And once you've left the area, it'll kind of move around, you know, but if you zoom right back in, sometimes you can come right to it. But it's just a lot of experimenting and a lot of persistence. And most key of all is to know when to give up. At some point, don't push yourself to exhaustion or starvation if you can help it. You just got to know when to say, you know what, the animal has escaped. Oh, this one hasn't though, fortunately. Here we go. Okay, there it is. Now, unfortunately, any fatigue that it would have had because we left it alone, we lost sight of it for a good little time. It probably had enough time to take a little nap. So any fatigue that it would have built up will be reset when you lose sight of it. But honestly, what I'd like to do is try and... I'm not even going to shoot at it or go straight at the animal. I'm going to try... Oh, I want to get myself between it and the forest so we can kind of scare it back out into the open land. But looks like it's too smart for that. Again, though, let's keep going. I'm not... Okay, there's the tracks. It could possibly have come out up here to the north, too. Oh, okay, it did, I think. See these tracks here? Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's a whole line of tracks. Let's see which direction these go. Very fresh, leading northeast. Perfect. So, looks like it came right out of the forest. Oh, there it is. Yep, that was a fatal mistake for the elk. Alright, well, I've got it in my sights right now. It's not very fatigued. It's only slightly fatigued, but I think I'm close enough. I'm going to take a shot at it here. Again, short bow's not the best, but... Ooh, dang it, missed it. Yeah, I'm a little bit fatigued. We're at negative 24, but that's not terrible. Literally, that's like a baseline when you're in the winter and it's extremely cold. You're carrying a bunch of gear, but let's go ahead and zoom back out a little bit. Keep the pursuit going. Whoa, check this out. Okay, so we might have her trapped in that little peninsula over there. I'm going to enter the water, try and cut her off. Oh, this is good, good, good. She's not even like fatigued anymore. Oh, she is slightly fatigued. Okay. She's running herself ragged, trying to figure out how to go away. Now, animals can enter the water and sometimes will. They can also walk on ice and fall in the water, but without ill effect, unlike players' characters. But yes, I'm a little bitter about that. Nonetheless, let's stay focused here. For whatever reason, the elk is choosing not to go into the water. But I'm trying to be as careful as I can. Let's go ahead and wield our knife. Yes, a small, well, it's actually a large knife, but still just a knife versus like a 600-pound elk. It's a little bit absurd. I'm not going to lie to you, but that just goes to show you the prowess of our character here. Okay, we don't want her to slip behind us. Okay, perfect, perfect. I'm not even going to move. I'm just going to attack her. So, what? What? Oh, she a space away? Okay, she was too far. Couldn't tell. All right, let's go for a headshot. Oh, she moved away. Snap. No. Okay, I thought she got away from me. She is slippery. All right, I gotta get right up next. There we go. Okay, okay. I might be better just moving back to like the mouth or the neck of this little peninsula and just stand there, wait for her to come to me, you know. But anyway, we got a shot at her. Let's go for it. Blunt. I'm gonna go for a leg shot. Nice. We hit her, and she rose back to her feet. So essentially, she lost a turn because she fell and had to stand up again. She can't move now, so she's still in my melee range. Boom. That's why I like going for the feet, because it kind of staggers them. You can kind of almost stun lock them. As long as you're hitting them. If you miss, then she's going to have the chance to move again. But let's hit her. And at some point, you can like knock her leg. Boom. There we go. So we've knocked her unconscious, even from just a leg shot. But nice. So this is pretty much in the bag right here. Fully zoom in there. Look at that. Oh, what a great hunt. Okay, whoops, time to finish it off. Okay, you can see it usually takes about a dozen or so more blunt hits to the skull to finish off a big animal like this. And of course, I don't know if I've mentioned it this series yet, but it's important. The reason I always use blunt, even when I have a sharp weapon, is so it doesn't hurt the hide or the fur. Because if you're poking it full of holes or slashing it, then once you've killed the animal and skinned it, like we're about to do, it's going to affect the overall quality of the hide. So you want to avoid that. Blunt is the way to go, baby. All right, so let's see here. We definitely need to eat, but we can wait. We're not even like starving yet. There's no red in our starvation bar right here, so he can go a day without worrying about ill effects. Really, he can go really weeks, but you will start to suffer physically. Like your endurance total will rise. But let's go ahead and butcher some up here. We do have the skin. Let's check it real quick. Ah, we got a fine elk skin. Very nice. And let's butcher this thing, see how much meat we get. All right, there we go. We've got 225 elk cuts, so that's quite a bit. And nice chunk of elk fat. So, of course, we got the bones and the skin. And our boy Canute can easily carry this. He does need a rest just a little bit. But there we go. We can get. Let's have a little drink here by the pond. And we're heading back to the village. Let's go. Oh my God. Well, we are just absolutely exhausted right now. My character is crawling into the village at the moment. He's ready to drop.
I am tired.
But I couldn't sleep out there because it's too rainy. I didn't want to stop by the shelter. But we're here now, so let's stand him up. We're going to, I think it's probably smart to rest first. We can't worry about fixing any food or preparing that skin when we're this tired. So, here we are back at the nice cabin. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, we've got 5 days until till the first pound of meat or whatever. Actually, it's going to be more than a pound, several pounds of meat comes through. So that's important to keep note of. So it's time for bed. There we go. We're going to rest. I'm going to take care of the skin. Oh, you know what? He's very tired, but he's waking up constantly because he's starving. he's got no food in his belly. So you got to force him to sleep kind of in bursts like that, short stints. But there we go. We're going to cook up some more meat here in a moment. In fact, let's grab just a little bit of this. I'm going to grab some twigs. Look at this. If I light this right out here, this way I don't have to worry about the meat burning. Oops, better stand away from it. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't. Oh, I didn't even know we can't light a fire out here. There's certain things you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to build a fire at our property. Interesting, because we can build it in here. I've started fires in their little stove before. Well, that's fine. That's what we'll do. We'll just get the fire going inside. Okay, there we go. Well, I've got the fire started, and I've got 10 cuts there going, so we don't want to leave it there too long because it will burn. But I'm going to come down here to the water. We'll take a nice little drink, step into the pool real quick. There you go. Yeah, it actually makes sense that the villagers won't let you build fires because you can literally burn down cabins. I've burned my own cabin down accidentally before starting fires in the wrong place, so makes sense that they would have probably attack you if you tried to do that. Even just building fires too much would probably make them hostile. But that's something I never do, apparently. I didn't even know that. Goes to show there's a lot to this game. No matter how many hours you put in, you can always learn something new here in the Unreal world. And I have just finished the fur for this big old elk here. We've got 21 pounds of fine elk fur now. Isn't that fantastic? This is actually going to be used to make some clothing for us, too. I'm not going to be trading this away, but I am going to move it down to our shelter. I want to put that there. But real quick, let's just take a look. Oh, 2 more days until the sow cuts are done. So that sounds like not too long, not too long. Probably need to do some more hunting, but just for the sake of expediency, and I don't want to bore you guys with just one hunt after another, I think we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse here. So let's head down to the shelter. Like I said, we'll drop off that fur, and then we're going to head out into the field. And like I say, you'll get to see hopefully a couple of kills. I don't know, 2 days really isn't that long. If I get one big kill like another elk, it'll probably take me 2 days to process everything. But nonetheless, like I said, you guys can come along for the fun and see things at an accelerated pace. A lynx, did you see it? We got ourselves a lynx kill and a squirrel too, but the squirrel wasn't that great. In fact, I remember I don't think the skin was very good quality, but now this lynx on the other hand had a little bit of meat there, which I think the fire's not even lit here. These people, I gotta go get some twigs real quick. Okay, there we go. Fire is lit, as you can see, and some of the smoked meat is finished. So let's pick this up. And what do we get? Oh, nice. As you can see right over here, the weight probably comes to a little close to 10 pounds of meat right there. So that's darn good for the very first pig. There we go. So I was debating on like waiting just another couple of days so we'll have like double the meat essentially than we do now. Let's go ahead and get this lynx smoked up. I also debated on just roasting up the lynx, but I think I'll go ahead and smoke it, especially now that I got a little extra cordage here on me. So we'll get this prepared. Is that all of it? Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I might pass a little bit more time here and just so we can have double the meat. That way I can make sure that I get this area fully explored, and I don't have to keep coming back here to pick up extra food. But either way, it's not that big of a deal because this isn't really like a monster-sized territory or anything. Usually, if we scroll up to the north, yeah, the owl tribe is usually, like, territorially speaking, the largest. They have a lot of land under their control, but that's just a little side point. We will probably be able to recruit some Owl Tribe fighters too at some point. Most likely this is going to be the limit though, because keep in mind one of the big strategy factors is timing. So you have to keep your mercenaries with you long enough so that when they arrive at the compound or the battlefield, they won't leave immediately and abandon you. But anyway, we'll get into the more details of that when the time comes for the attack. But right now, things are pretty solid. I just need to hang out here at least until the lynx fur is done. Let's see, is this thing ready yet? Now, a few more hours till it gets on to the next stage, so we can probably go to bed here for a little bit. But it's been a pretty eventful one. Getting the lynx fur is quite nice. Like, I don't know exactly what it's worth. It is hard to put an exact value on a lot of these items, but it's definitely up there. It's comparable with like an elk fur, essentially. And there we go. It still has the fine modifier on it. We'll see if it keeps that. But now I've just got one stage left with it. And like I said, after that, we can drop it off in our shelter and head out and do some exploring, or hang out here for just a little while longer and pick up some more meat. I think we'll probably do that. So you can count on the next episode is going to be a nice little exploration one. And oh yeah, I forgot, we will pick up some dogs too. I said we'd do it this episode. We'll do it right away at the start of the next one. So we'll use some of our new furs here, possibly even this lynx fur, to trade for those. And that's another good reason to have some extra food too, for extra trading leverage and stuff. So we definitely want to have a dog or two with us when we start exploring, just in case we encounter a bear or some robbers or something, which is always a possibility here in the Unreal world. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Also, let me know, was the speed of that montage acceptable? Should I slow it down a little bit, speed it up? Anyway, just curious as to your input on that one. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate everybody who tunes in for these episodes. I love the Unreal world, and I'm glad there's a nice audience out there who is interested in this classic game as well. So tune in next time, guys, and I will see you on the next episode.